Good morning. Thank you for joining me early this morning as we read a chapter from Job a day. Today, chapter 27. I'll be reading from the Common English Bible. Feel free to follow along however you would like. And today we continue a long discussion from Job. Chapter 27. Then Job took up his topic again. As God lives, who rejected my legal claim, the Almighty, who made me bitter, as long as breath is in me and God's breath is in my nostrils, my lips will utter no wickedness. My tongue will mumble no deceit. I will not agree that you are right. Until my dying day, I won't give up my integrity. I will insist on my innocence, never surrendering it. My conscience will never blame me for what I have done. Let my enemy be like the wicked, my opposition like the vicious. For what hope has the godless when God cuts them off, when he takes them away? Will God hear their cries when distress comes to them? Will they delight in the Almighty, call God at any time? I will teach you God's power, not hide what pertains to the Almighty. Look, those of you who recognize this. Why then this empty talk? This is the wicked's portion with God, the inheritance that the ruthless receive from the Almighty. If their children increase, they belong to the sword. Their offspring won't have enough bread. Their survivors will be buried with the dead. Their widows won't sleep. If they store up silver like dust, amass clothing like clay, they may amass, but the righteous will wear it. The innocent will divide the silver. They built their houses like nests, like a hut made by a watchman. They lie down rich, but no longer. Open their eyes, but it's missing. Terrors overtake them like waters. A tempest snatches them by night. An east wind lifts them, and they are gone, removes them from their places, throws itself on them without mercy. They flee desperately from its force. It claps its hands over them, hisses at them from their place. So what did you hear in today's chapter? Today we hear, as I mentioned, Job continues on and on for a while, but Job seems to continue to just outright assert his innocence. And not only his innocence, but even if God is still going to do these things to Job, even if God is not willing to change God's mind in the way in which God is treating Job or has treated Job, Job still is going to love and care for God. He might not like what is happening, but there's not going to be any cursing or deceit. And I think that is absolutely incredible that Job is okay being upset with God, but still love God and still know that that relationship is important. I think that is just incredible, as I said, and at times very different from maybe what we experience with other people that we've met in our own lives. I know that I've met people that will blame God, as Job does, but then they will set God aside. So what do you think about that whole idea? And what else do you think about the rest of this? Job continues to go on as he has before, that the wicked will eventually have their day, that they might have good things, but eventually their days will end. And is this Job's way of distinguishing himself from the wicked? And yet I wonder, at this moment though, Job is in a similar lot as the wicked. So what do you think of Job's continual claim of innocence, followed up by What is in store for the wicked? How do those overlap? How might not they overlap? What else did you see in today's text? Let me know. Let your friends know. Share them as we do each week. Write them down so that you can remember your thoughts and your questions and your wonderings as you struggle with these Job texts. Thank you for joining me today. Take care of yourselves, and God bless you all.